What's up everybody, this is Danny, and today I want to revisit the OnePlus 7 Pro camera. I've been getting a lot of requests to follow up on this since I've made a lot of videos about this camera. I will leave those linked down below for you so you can check them out. But I've been waiting for a significant camera update. There have been a few, but this one, OxygenOS 9.5.7, is the largest change to the camera since the launch of this phone. So this is a perfect time to revisit it. So what I did was I took one OnePlus 7 Pro and I left it on the launch software, and then I took this new one and updated it to the 9.5.7. And what I did was I just put the images side by side to see how much improvement that you can expect from this camera software update. And if you've been on the fence about buying a OnePlus 7 Pro, especially with that launch camera software, I don't blame you. But if camera has been that biggest crutch for you, this could change your mind. So let's just jump right into the images and see how much of an improvement that you can expect on your OnePlus 7 Pro with this new software update. There's a huge list of changes, but let me show you the biggest changes that I noticed after looking at these images side by side. All of these images were taken on full auto mode, by the way. The most notable change is the color and contrast. You'll see a significant increase in both of these. You can really see this in shots with flowers or plant life. It's really dramatic. It's much more balanced and the shots are more ready to share right out of the camera. I also noticed that the focusing is much better. Images are sharper all across. So if you look at this drink, you will see the lettering and logo of the cup and the beer are in focus, where it's extremely soft on the older software. And that was one of my biggest complaints about the older software. So I'm glad to see it fixed. The shots of people are also the same. The improvements are shown here too. Even in portrait mode and 3x photos, there's more saturation, there's better contrast and sharpness. And I also feel that the white balance now is more accurate. I took these two cameras with me to dinner and the sharpness really showed here in this dimly lit room. This food was incredible. I should have taken more pictures, but I totally forgot. So that's when you know it's good. The contrast and overall balance really shows here. So basically, this update improved the photography experience all across the board. The wide angle also gains all of these improvements, so I think a lot of the OnePlus 7 Pro owners will be much happier with this camera performance after this update. So just to put it into perspective, here are some shots that I took beside my iPhone XS Max, arguably one of the best balanced cameras on the market right now. So let me know which one that you think looks better. I think it stacks up very well. With low light performance, you will see a decent increase in performance. I noticed sharper images all across the sensors, including the ultra wide. You get slightly better shadow detail. And the thing that I love the most is that slight green cast I used to get with the older software versions are now gone. And this is fixed. That was one of my biggest pet peeves about the low light photography. The white balance is also more accurate. The saturation is slightly higher to give a more pleasing look. And again, the focusing is way better. Just look at the water here. On the older software, it's focused much farther away, and the new software just nailed the focus on the foreground, and these were both taken from the exact same distance. So overall, the nighttime photography is more balanced. There's better control of highlights and dynamic range. And even though that the improvements maybe aren't as large as the daytime photos, they just look way more balanced and more ready to share out of the camera. And the softness of low light images, probably one of the biggest complaints of the older software, but this is definitely fixed. I would even say that these shots now are touch on the over sharpened side, but I think the update is a really nice change for the OnePlus 7 Pro. That increased contrast and saturation is something that I approve of. I did take a few side-by-side pictures with the nightscape mode. There aren't huge significant changes, but there is some more detail with the new update. I didn't see much change in the front-facing camera. At night, it might be even better on the older software, but there's not much of a change here from what I can see. The 4K video was already great, and during the day, I didn't see much change, so I didn't include that. But at nighttime, the same improvements that come across the pictures come across here on the video. That green hue fix and the better white balance is also present in the update for the nighttime video. So this is great to see in the video recording. So I want to know, what do you think about the new camera software update for the OnePlus 7 Pro? I think it brings significant changes to the camera experience, and I wish that OnePlus would have launched this camera software with the phone, because it would have eliminated a lot of headaches for OnePlus, in my opinion. But I am glad to see them continually updating the software for the experience of the phone and for the camera experience of this phone. So I'm really curious, If you guys didn't pick up a OnePlus 7 Pro because of the launch camera software, does this camera software change your mind about picking one of these up? Let me know in the comment section below. I think that current OnePlus 7 Pro owners are gonna be very happy with this camera software update. So if there are any other software updates, especially if they're significant, I will make another video and follow up. And there's also a long-term OnePlus 7 Pro review coming up. I know I'm a little late on that, but I just wanted to make sure it was thorough as possible. So subscribe for that, thumbs up if you enjoyed this, and I will see you guys in the next one.